Hello everybody, welcome to Planet Coaster 2. Today I am taking you guys along on a park that I've been working really hard at building here. This is my second park ever in this game. And with that speaking, I think this has came a long way. And it's looking pretty good in my opinion. But there's still a lot that we have to do when it comes to this park before we're able to open it. So I thought I would take you guys along. But before we hop into things here, let's go ahead and give you guys a tour of the place. Okay, so the first kind of showcase, as you will, is the gigantic pool that I made. This thing is gigantic. I don't think I've ever seen a pool quite this big in real life, but it is what it is. I think it looks pretty awesome. Well, I kind of messed up on it a little bit. Did the best I could at trying to get it to work or trying to fix it, but unfortunately that didn't work out very well. As you can see, like this right here, once you go and try to edit the pool, it doesn't work out very well. Like over here, the walkways here that I tried to remove didn't work very well. I tried to remove them because there's not really very many room over here for guests to walk through. And as you can see with this film, yeah, nobody's going to be able to get underneath that. So, and also it's a little bit kind of a safety issue as well. You don't want people hanging around over here. So I went and tried to delete the path, and yeah, you can see how well that went. And also, at the back of here, I tried to have these paths make sense as much as possible. Didn't work out very well. Um, I think this turned out to be okay for the most part. In real life, this would probably be really annoying to have to deal with all this. But when it came to this over here, I decided to, put some lifeguards over here because with just how big the pool is, lifeguards on this side would not be able to, have the room to, or how to put this, to keep an eye on guests, as you will. Their view is limited. So I had to figure something out with that, and that's kind of what I came up with. Um, to avoid trying to make it kind of dark, I went and tried to put some spotlights along the line over here, so when it does get dark, we can do some night swimming and we'll have to worry about swimming in the dark. But over here, I have another smaller pool. This is a default pool that they have. But I went ahead and put this wave system in here, so now it's a little bit of a wave pool. Going to be very interesting with the diving, but we'll see how that goes. Kind of moving on here, I have some animatronics here. This is kind of the singing eels. They play like every few seconds. It's kind of cool. I also have this centerpiece over here as well that I've been kind of working on. It's not perfect yet. Kind of moving on here. I have the changing rooms over here. I tried my best with this roof. I've always seen, like in real life around the changing rooms, like there's this enclosure. It's a way for guests to be able to get away from the sun a little bit while they're waiting to change or whatever. And yeah, the roof is going through that, but it's okay. It's the best that I could do when it came to this. Have a couple of speakers around the park playing some music. Have some shops over here, some bathrooms. Have another shop over there. I put some shops over there as well, so when these get busy, they're of other available shops that are kind of the same over there as well. Like, at least, hopefully that kind of helps with that. Over here, I kind of had this park entrance where I think looks amazing. It's a default park entrance as well. Kind of moving on to the middle park here, I have this little fountain over here. which looks absolutely amazing as well. This game, versus what we've had in the past, just Frontier just did all out with this game. It's an amazing game so far. Can't wait to see what else they release when it comes to this game, when it comes to DLCs and whatnot. But this is, of course, the front entrance and whatnot. Over here, I have some kind of shops here. I have power, staff, and stuff like that. This is kind of the flat ride area. No coasters yet. That's something that we have to work on building. Hopefully in this video we can get to that. I think I got the path system kind of worked on here, so we're just ready for some coasters. Probably gonna put a couple over here or whatnot. But still have a lot of work to do when it goes to, open this park up. But I think it's, going along great so far. Now, with all the parks that I've built in the past, I thought this would be kind of better to take you guys along to a park that's somewhat built and like halfway ready, because all the videos I ever made, I would mess something up and, something would turn out to not be what I wanted, and I decided to not make any other video. My apologies about that, but that happens, unfortunately. And with this, I thought this would be better for me to kind of relax and build a park that I'm somewhat happy with, and go from there. Let me know what you guys think, but I just think this might be kind of better. But kind of moving on here, trying to think what my to-do list with this here. This is kind of almost completed. I don't think there's any umbrellas. Maybe go look in the scenery here and see if they have anything like that. They may only have it for tables, if I can find it. I'm still learning everything. Actually, well, no, it's in custom. Yeah, they already have picnic umbrellas. I mean, this might work. Let's see how that looks. This so I guess can have a little bit of shade, because there is guests can get sunburn and stuff like that, just like in real life. Even though all the theme parks that I've ever been to, you can't really avoid it. You just, unless you're super tan and or you don't get sunburned very often. I used to not get sunburned very often when I was little. It's like it had to be like a certain amount, of UV rays for me to get sunburn, and now it's not so much. Like it's I can get sunburned easily now. It's kind of weird. Of like being on the road and stuff, which so that I've started doing. I might get into all that here in just a minute. But just when you're trucking and stuff, you could be out in the sun for long periods of time. Especially even sitting by a window. You know, just I do believe some. Well, I think most car windows are UV protected, but I don't know how extent that is. I don't know if that's really possible to get sunburned like that, but I don't know. I just remembered of interesting. Yeah, this will not be big enough, unfortunately. I think that'll work okay. I mean, they're picnic umbrellas, but I don't think it's gonna be too big of a deal. Gotta give her some shade anyways. So, I guess we could go ahead and work on the coasters here. I think I'm just gonna use like a default coaster. See what I want to go with here. We don't have a whole lot of room to mess with here. I guess we can go for definitely not that big. That that wouldn't work. Okay. Looks like this is kind of part water ride. Interesting. We gotta get rid of some trees here. I don't know about this little tree. It's slightly on the way, not really. And I think we're gonna leave it. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this in real life. Maybe. I know it's probably possible, but well, Holiday World kind of have something like this, but not really. They have like a little like log ride that it's sort of like this, sort of not really. Like it's just, you know, like waterways like this pretty much. But definitely interesting. I like the like natural scenery over here that it's just like default on the game. It didn't make these. Just came with the game. Kind of cool. Let's go look over here. Let's see if there's any. Trying to remember where it's at. They're gonna be blueprints and buildings. Okay, here we go. Some of these may work. What is this like? How is this supposed to work? Okay, so clearly this is... Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. That's not gonna work either. We may have to possibly leave it plain as it is. I don't want to do that. But I don't really have very much to work with here, unfortunately. Like, even this is too big. I mean, if this was a ground coaster, maybe I can possibly see this work, but I gotta remove some stuff. Like the entrances. It's not the greatest, but it might work. Make sure there's like nothing on the paths. It probably doesn't make any sense, but what are you gonna do? I mean, it's this or pretty much nothing. Because this is probably the only thing that's gonna work. So we'll leave it for now. So let me go look at the power real quick. I believe these might be maxed out. No. Yeah, I think those are kind of maxed out, so we're gonna have to build some more. That's fine. We can definitely do that. So I'm trying to think what I could do with this here. I guess I can do more flat rides. Gotta take out the empty space if we can. Probably do another coaster over here. What's going on here? Okay. Make sure nothing's in the ground. Gotta remove some more trees again. But probably will work. Happy these aren't blocked in. Some trees are. Especially when you get around to the border. We'll do some more scenery here. Definitely. Real quickly, kind of why we're building here. Now I want to talk a little bit about my absence and kind of where I've been or what's been going on. That's a long story. To kind of put it simply. Nope, I gotta turn that off. And I'm messing up here. Any cues? Yeah, now we can do this. Sorry, I'm getting kind of off track here. So, kind of what's been going on. Um, try to make this as short as possible. So, let's kind of all started back in June. I was struggling really hard with my mental health. I had a relationship that was in the ground, and ultimately ended up breaking things off of that. And from there, I still had my ex leaving. What is this sad song? Like, get the hell out of here. But my ex was still living with me for several months. She actually just moved out. And to try to get over a person while they're still living with you is the most difficult thing. And so it definitely became a challenge to conquer that. And when she finally left, it's like something was finally lifted off my shoulders. You know, I could finally kind of pretty much move on with my life. But that kind of goes hand in hand with my mental health. You know, I was really struggling with that. To the point where I had to go seek some help. And so I did. I seek some help back in September. It was kind of the end of September. Honestly, had a thought that maybe there's nothing for me anymore. Maybe there's no good life for me anymore. And I honestly thought, maybe at a point of possibly ending my life. And that's when, I started to think, where I really needed to go get some help. Because something I was really struggling with. And as I said, so I did. And it was the best move that I ever made. I've never been happier before. And, now I'm living the best life that I can. And I'm very happy for that. And going on from the mental health side of things, everything that I had, equipment-wise, computer, microphone, that's probably why, you guys notice I'm sounding different, was almost about, my microphone was about 2-3 years old, and my computer was about 5 or 6 years old. I've added more stuff, but all my stuff just broke. Like, my computer was turned off constantly, would not even come on anymore. It was beyond broken. So I had to wait until I was able to buy some new equipment. So that's kind of the biggest wait here, was just to get all that again. That was really difficult to do. But finally I was able to, get a new computer, new everything. And I'm very happy with how things are coming along here. You know, just very relieved that I'm finally back in with you guys here. You know, be able to make content for you guys. And I didn't mention about trucking, about driving again. And I have started doing that. So that's also been part of the delay. Is, you know, being on the road. So that's a whole different story entirely. I was kind of not looking forward to going back on the road. And I do want to make videos for you again on my adventures on the road. But okay, what's going on here? This is not what I wanted to happen here. I didn't realize this happened. So, let me... Okay. I'm trying to... Okay. Now it's all the same. Like it should be. I don't know why that happened. I just now noticed that. But, so, as I was kind of talking about the driving side of things. So, when I went to the hospital, you guys didn't know, I had to stop driving because I fell and injured my back. And so I was out for a couple months, trying to make sure that I was going to be okay. Because honestly, it still scares me that maybe it's possible that this could happen again. Like, I'm super careful now, you know, even getting out of the truck or anything that I'm doing. I'm always more careful than I've ever been, which is a good thing. You know, I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it still makes me nervous that, you know, is it possible if I have another accident again that, you know, my back is not going to be as good? Or would I hurt my back even more? So that always kind of worried me. But I've kind of overgrown that for the most part. But when I injured my back, I lost literally everything. I lost all my stuff that I ever had for trekking. This is including GoPros that I use for recording, laptops. You know, it really hurt because that's like, it wouldn't surprise me if it's over like 100,000 and, you know, just pure stuff that I had. What happened to it? Well, when the company that I worked for, PTO, I thought would send it over because that's the way other companies have done it in the past. You know, I've got injured in the past, had to step out, and they had to send my stuff over, and usually they send it in the mail. Mind you, this was a lot of stuff, so it would probably be a lot difficult. They probably had to send it in multiple ways. But they didn't. I kept on calling, asking where my stuff was. I never heard a thing back. You know, kept calling. I even tried to go up to maintenance. You know, they said that they were responsible for it. Never heard anything back. Kept leaving messages. You know, I don't know what happened to it. So I had to restart everything. So slowly working on buying that all that stuff, and do plan on making videos on that soon. When, I have no idea. I'll let you guys know kind of what happens with that. But you know, I kind of goes in a little bit of detail about all that stuff. Okay. Sometimes this paint brush could be a little stupid. I kind of want to leave that kind of open there. Try to fill in the scenery over here a little bit. I'm wondering if... No, you can't really put scenery on the outside. Unfortunately, on the border over there. That would be nice, but... guess we gotta do it for what we have. I don't know why. When it comes to these coasters, I honestly don't get this. But no matter how much scenery you add around this thing, it's always going to show 0. Like, you look at the scenery, 0. But I mean, even, it doesn't matter, it always shows 0. I don't get that. Maybe that's a bug, possibly. I have no idea, but that is definitely weird. I need more power services over here, so let's do the staff path. We don't need a really big one. Here's the address. Okay. Okay, I'm in the tree, so let's go. Okay. So... I guess we're gonna do like a break or staff facility here. Also allows us to do some more power. I add some power generators. What's going on here? Oh, okay, so we gotta... distributor there. They said don't have power. Of course they don't. Oh boy. Let's see, this will work. Yep, it does. I'm happy with it. Let's do... another one over here. Yeah, that works. You gotta add a path to this. Gonna do that. Okay, so now we have all that there. So, gotta have the bit of foundation down at least. I almost forgot to do the exit path here. Let me go ahead and fix this. I just place his stuff down so I have an idea, and then I go through and fix it. This is probably not going to work. I probably got to delete this one. I did a lot more work than I need to, I know. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so now that that's all taken care of here, I can tell you there's probably going to be a lot of work on the side that I'm going to do. Because this, if not really done, can be a very long video. So, okay. And that'll work for now. I'll work on this. I'll start adding a lot more scenery through this and whatnot, and as much as I can anyways. I think we're honestly pretty close to opening. I just have that feeling we're pretty close. Let me see what I want to do with this. Probably gonna use this path to go like right here. And you gotta add more. I plan on kind of going over here and adding like, let's do say about 2 more pulls. Probably one of the more default pulls that are already made. That's not it. We have a lot of blueprint pulls that we can have that we could put in here, which would work pretty well, I think. We can just give that a shot in the next video. And kind of make it kind of a loop around, and we probably be complete with this park for the most part, and then we'll add more stuff as we go along with that. You know, probably more smaller stuff, maybe. Maybe some of the track rides. Something that I would like them to add is, it's probably was on a pre-release, maybe. I bought the pre-release. I got the just a standard pre-release. So I got some rights that a lot of others don't. I didn't get the pre-release, of course. Pre-release is totally a scam, by the way. Like, you don't know what you're getting anymore. But I took a shot and I got it. But like, they used to have like old cars, like you could like the guests could like drive around, kids could drive around and stuff like that. And I wish they would bring some of that back from the original Planet Coaster. That'd be really cool. But that's kind of our next move for the next video here. Is continuing to work on this park. Kind of hopefully laid out the pre-plans for this park here. But this video has been long enough, so we're going to wrap this video up. I do want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.